Alright, what's up guys? It's Apollo here, and another day, another battle. We are playing Shogun 2 Total War. This is a nice competitive 1v1 Avatar Conquest. We have this red faction here going at it against this dark blue faction. So it's like a blue and yellow. So very cool. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and check out the army comps and dive into this fight. So starting with the red faction, he's bringing 4 units of Yariki. They're kind of leading the way right now. He has some infantry in the back here, some Black Bear infantry. So that's all of them right here. And then he's got 2 units of Yarikachi. And then he's got some light swords way in the back. He's got his general and he's got his cannons here. So very fantastic. Let's go ahead and look at the other factions. In the very front, I don't see these guys too often. Kahete? I don't know how to pronounce. That's probably, I should just stop. I should stop trying. But he's got a lot of line infantry. All right, so muskets ready to go into combat, or rifles or whatever. And then in the back, he is bringing more light swords. We also have some Johnny Boys, some United States Marines. Over here, we have some Armstrong guns, some cannons. We've got the general here, and then way over here, he's got 2 units of Carbine Cav and 2 units of Yarikachi. So, or Yariki, whatever. Yariki. All right, so those are the forces. And right away, we've got some artillery hitting some trees as it comes in. Actually hits some of the Cav. So we have the Cav here moving forward right away from the red faction. They are going for the kill. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish here. This seems like a suicide charge. And that's exactly what it looks like. Oh my god. Oh my god, what was this? What is this play right now? This is risky. And look at this already, guys. Are they breaking? No, not quite yet, but they are now. Woo! So, it was almost like he hated those units and wanted them to die. So he sent them on a suicide mission. Maybe, I think what he was trying to do was possibly get the line infantry by surprise. And maybe he was going to charge them while they were marching forward and they didn't have a proper, like, line set up to fire. But, as you could tell, they had a line perfectly set up and they annihilated, along with the artillery, annihilated that Cav force. All right, it was a disaster. So we'll see how the red army over here kind of recovers from that. It's not the end of the world. Balance of power still even, still anyone's game. But you're definitely going to beat a little bit of a, you got to kind of climb up a mountain here, so to speak. It's an uphill battle, I guess you could say. But yeah, artillery is exchanging fire. They're not going after each other like the artillery pieces, but rather they're firing at each other's infantry. And I saw some troops over here die from the infantry, I believe. 2 units, 2 men from this unit. Bedrock Brothers, very cool. Yeah, I wish they kept Avatar Conquest. It was really cool. Was it balanced? No, but it had potential. It would be cool if they had some sort of like campaign mechanic, you know, where you play it, some sort of almost like a board game, and you move the pieces around, you know, so it's not quite like a normal campaign in Total War. But then when the, you know, battles are to be met, you play the battles like this. Oh, look at this in the tree line. There is a ambush. This is what I'm talking about. This is what the red faction here needed to do. They've got some sharpshooters firing at these linemen here, the line infantry of Vassar, the player name, and they are getting, and there's another line over here. So this is a complete ambush, and look at this. Instead of just trying to fight with his guns, he's going to charge in with the katanas. And being sharpshooters, they might lose this, even though they had a nice advantage of putting a couple volleys into the unit. And sure enough, they are routing, guys. Wow. It's actually not that bad of a play there. Instead of panicking and trying to fight back or shoot back, they charge in. Now, they are routing as we speak, But that's pretty impressive to kind of throw a unit at sharpshooters just to break them really quick. And then now, you know, they fall back. They fall back, and they might return to the fight, but that was a pretty good exchange from both sides, really. Now, the infantry is still getting blasted over here. Look at this. The Blackberry infantry, they're very low, 85 men. And they are recovering, but the artillery is really giving them hell. We got some sharpshooters over here, still pretty strong. Oh, did they return? Oh, these are, okay, so they return. And I assume the infantry over here is going to return as well. But they're getting chased down by some sharpshooters, 65 men in this unit. Ooh, they're getting shot with artillery. Man, I don't know. Maybe I've been playing too much Napoleon, but the artillery in this game seems way too accurate. Way too accurate. It's crazy. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh my goodness, Johnny boys. They're like, why are we even in this country fighting? Get used to it, America. Why are we here? I don't know. All right, so they're gonna fall back. The sharpshooters are breaking. The general getting some, you know, getting some last-minute punches there, getting some volleys in the backs of those sharpshooters. But yeah, he definitely needs to keep these sharpshooters alive and in the game, because they're going to be very important on, like, harassing the flank of this army. And also, if you've noticed, they have not moved their cav at all. Now, I don't know if they're hidden. It doesn't say if they're hidden or not. But if they are, this could be a really big ambush. If this cav force shows up right when they need to. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, sharpshooters going in against the Johnny boys, the United States Marines. The artillery is also supporting them. And the Marines are shaken. But okay, there you go. They do break the sharpshooters. So they are going to stay secured. I wouldn't have pushed up sharpshooters like that. I mean, I like the aggressive play, and he's got some sharpshooters over here again. I love it. The trees are firing. The trees have just had enough. Now, he's got his sharpshooters over here, and what I was going to say is I would have been a little bit more defensive with them, but at this point, this artillery, can the artillery reach the other artillery? Maybe not. Maybe that's why they're firing at each other's infantry. But Red needs to do something here kind of crazy, because I feel like, ooh, wow. Jeez. That artillery just took out like a quarter of the line. Oh, and did it break them? No. So the red army here, I'm sure they know they're at a disadvantage. And the balance of power is not really saying they are. I mean, they're in a little, I would say it's ever so slightly in favor of the blue faction here. But I'm sure they know they're at a disadvantage. I don't know how much of a disadvantage they think they are, because they don't see the cav. Or at least I don't think they see the cav. So yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. They probably need to play either the super aggressive mode and try to pull off something crazy, or the super defensive mode and wait for blue to move to you and kind of use the superior positioning in the artillery to defeat your opponent. And oh, he's sniping the general. That's rude. Now, I'm not always against sniping generals. I mean, sometimes I think there's a time and a place. But that right there seems a little scummy. You know, I really shouldn't say that, because he's probably pretty desperate. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, right, to win the game. So I'm not going to say like, oh, he's cheating or that's bad etiquette or something. But the dude already lost 2 of his sharpshooters and 4 of his cav units without really killing too many. So I get it. Try to take out the general. That might give you hope. So you got to do what you can to win. As long as it's not you're not exploiting the game. Shooting at the general is not an exploit. It's just a little scummy. But you know what? Hey, you gotta win the battle, right? You gotta win the battle. And there we go. It looks like blue might... I like that he set up his troops in the forest. That's gonna give him some nice protection against the artillery. Sometimes the artillery shots will hit the trees instead of the men, which is always good. But I don't remember, does artillery... Okay, so I'm pretty sure artillery has limited ammo. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. And maybe that's why they're so accurate, because there's limited ammo. And say like Napoleon, where it's not very accurate, but has unlimited ammo. So maybe that's the balancing that they did here in this game. I don't know. It's been a while since I used cannon artillery in Shogun 2, but I'm pretty sure it's limited. And look at this. They're even moving up their artillery. The Armstrong guns. Look at these things. Look at these guns. Wow. Like, geez, Scoob. I don't know why I did that. Okay, so the red army is going to go ahead and push forward. I think he sees an opportunity since the cannons are pushing up. They have not unlimbered, so he's going to have a little bit of time here. Maybe that's his idea, but I'm just patiently waiting for the cav charge. I'm waiting for the ambush, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen here. And I really don't think this player can see the cav. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why is the morale going down? You see that? Why does this guy have... Interesting. Why is there... That's weird. Did the general die? Let's see. The general might have... No, that's the general. Holy crap. He's like terrified. His eyes for a second look like massive. Anyways, let's go back over here. If red pushes up any further, he's at risk of just getting cleaned. Just cleaned out. He's got nothing. Well, I mean, I know he's got these light swords, but where's his... Oh, I see. He's got some Yarikachi defending the artillery. I know he has 2 units of these guys. So he might have another unit in the tree line. Oh, there we go. There we go, guys. The cav has been mobilized. So he was just waiting for the gunfire to begin. Oh, my God. This is going to be huge. The fast boys. Ambush. Ambush activated. And then we have the carbine cav running in. And he's also going for the charge over here. He's trying to take out the general's bodyguard. Thankfully for the general, he's got some Yarikachi nearby to protect him. My God, look at this. Look at this. We got another cav charge going in. Yariki, very nice. And he's just going to clean out. See, what did he charge up here? Some swordsmen? Not going to be enough. The cav is just cleaning up this red army. And look, they tried to turn and face the cav, but it's just too late. And it's just like at a matter of seconds that cav came out of nowhere. And let's see. He's going to go for the general. He's going to try to seal the deal here with this Yariki. But guys, how did he even have such good... After losing their entire infantry... What is this? Where are these guys? Where were these guys? Why are we just now seeing the Yarikachi? But, yeah, the Yarikachi trying to protect the general, but the general is too far gone. He breaks. The carbine cav is going to focus down these Yarikachi, who charge in a desperate attempt to try to turn this battle around in a heroic way. And they're going to reform. And they realize, hey, we got to form up with the artillery. This is our best bet. It's unfortunate he doesn't have any guns because, like, like linemen or line infantry, not linemen. I'm thinking of football. But, oh, yeah. That's going to, yeah, he's just going to sit back and get shot at. So even though he has these cannons, I don't think they're going to be able to do much here. They might get a couple hit kills here and there, but it's not going to be anything too crazy. Yariki going for the cannons. And now we have the light swords, which I never know how to pronounce, going after the Arakachi. And there we go. Patience is key is the name of this replay. And that's what certainly... see, okay. So let's talk about this battle a little bit, because that was a great ambush. And it's hard... And I'm going to leave it on the screen here as I talk about this. But it's hard to pull off ambushes in Total War because... well, positioning is very difficult. That was such a good position. He set this up really well. So the blue player, Varsur, he had his line. He positioned him right in this tree line, which is perfect, right? Because that caused the red army to focus his infantry and look at the same direction. And as they moved up, their flank was open to this cav unit that was sitting right here, which she was able to rush in and just side flank all of these line infantrymen. So that was awesome. So we saw great positioning, great maneuvering, and great timing to pull off this ambush. So let's go ahead and end the battle and look at the results here. And really, this battle just went in the way for the blue player Vasseur the entire time. The cav charge at the beginning was reckless, and he lost 4 units without really getting any kills. There was artillery, they were exchanging artillery shots, and yeah, it was. I mean, they both got some kills with the artillery, but look at this. He even had a bigger army, but it didn't matter. Look at it. Only 637 losses. So about half his army was destroyed, but it's not enough to win as he killed 1,214. So thank you, Vasseur, for sending in this battle replay. Let's go ahead and look at the stats here. So his wall unit... The Kayete, that doesn't even sound, that sounds outerworldly. Anyways, 184 kills. The Armstrong guns got 143 kills. That's really impressive. Which we've seen artillery get a lot of kills, but what's really impressive about that is that it was a 1v1. There wasn't that many units. Then get 143 kills is pretty crazy. His carbine cav got a lot of kills as well, so over 100. And I mean, the lowest amount of kills was his general, which is 40 kills. That's pretty crazy. United States Marines unfortunately only got 41 kills. They're pretty good. So that was probably his biggest blunder, I suppose, which is really not that big of a blunder. But the United States Marines only getting 40 kills kind of broke early on in the battle. And then over on this side, 180 with his cannons. That's pretty good. But you can see that he had some units with no kills, which was that cav in the beginning. Look at all of his cav down here as they charged in crazy like YOLO charge. And then his sharpshooter's getting the second most, which is just 66 kills. So guys, that's going to wrap it up here for today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching this battle. Oh, it's always good to be playing Shogun 2. Very fun. If you guys look down in the video description, there are some links. The first link is to my game store, where if you buy a game on that store, you support my channel. They also have sometimes they'll have like deals and sales, which aren't on Steam. And by the way, when you buy a game, you do get a Steam code, so it's not like some shady thing or anything. You gotta like get some weird launcher or something to play this. You just get the code and you activate it on your Steam. So pretty cool. And also there's a Displate Metal poster link, where if you use the link, you'll get a discount, and of course you support my channel. So guys, anyways, that's gonna wrap it up here for me. Thank you so much for watching, hanging out with me today. It was a lot of fun, and I'll see you guys next time on the battlefield.